Good morning, YouTube. It is wonderful to see you. I am back from Europe after a hiatus of a little bit. Please excuse the noise. We're in my guitar studio. While I was traveling, I got bored pretty quickly not doing any sort of creative stuff because I'm an A-type and I always have to be like on something. So what I decided to do is make a little Darksynth tutorial because I'm putting out a Darksynth sort of single. It's actually out now. I was gonna just do this thing, but I thought, oh look, if it's Darksynth, why not like play up that element of it a little bit. So it's very silly, but I think you'll probably enjoy it. And yeah, this is a little bit of a prelude to the Darksynth track that should be out by the time that you watch this video. So please enjoy, and also go check out the other track, which is called Draw Hard. I've done a separate spectrum visualization video that you can get into. So yeah, enjoy that.
So you're the new recruit, huh? The one who wants to make Darksynth. Well, tell me, you ever walk down the streets of Neon New York, fearing for your life that a gang of reptilian supermorgs might just swing around the corner on their hover quads and decide you look like easy sport? Ever looked into the vacuum of a fembot's eyes just before you blew her away with your sawtooth cannon? In fact, I'll bet you haven't even had to dismantle a sonic death ray with your teeth, because your arms were too busy reprogrammed trying to strangle you, and your legs were doing the Charleston out of animal fear. That's the sort of world we're living in here. That's the sort of world you're gonna have to get used to. I bet you just rewatch Blade Runner and listen to a couple of John Carpenter records, isn't that right? You better keep your wits about you, because any slightly miscalculated snare gate or poorly pitched bass line could be your last. You just stick by me and try not to get those circuits fried. It's time to get started, and we are gonna start with the drum track. Not the bass, not the melody, not a goddamn sample, but the drum track. So now the first track we want to line up is the kick drum. Now you want to get that all from the same sample pack. Don't be digging around and splice or whatever, mishmash and all your crap together. You want to make sure you get one good drum kit. And the one I'm using here is the Synthwave Retro Lin kit. It's a nice even 4/4 rhythm. We're not trying to make any Latin magic crap. This is Darksynth. Now we add the snare. Now you can hear I've already got that nice long gate on it there. Now we have two different hats. We got our first core one on the offbeat there. You hear that? Good. Alright, now we're gonna add a bit of spice. Yeah. Now, can you hear how it's got that sort of tinging tone there? Doesn't sound quite like an open hat, does it? It's a bit different. There's something a bit special about it, isn't it? Well, you're damn right there's something special about it. And that's because I've added a bit crusher to it. And as you can see, I've downsampled it times 6. Now if I bring that down further, it just sounds like an 8-bit piece of crap. But if we keep it at 6 times downsampled, it gets that nice ding sound to it. Now the last thing we're gonna add is a little bit of a polyrhythm, just to add in a final little bit of space. And this is really more of a personal preference. I like to add in a little clap, just to expand out the drum sound a little. Can you hear that? Just gives us a little bit more dimension and a little bit more punch through. Alright, rookie. Now that we got a little bit of a beat to toy with, it's time to bring in the big guns. You know what I mean? The bass. So let's have a listen to some of that bass. A nice strong groove. Alright. Now we're gonna bring in the firepower. Listening up. Now I know what you're thinking. You're saying, hey Dan, this bass sounds great, but it's a little thin on the ground. Where's the juice, man? Why isn't it pumping? Where's that low end? Rookie mistake. I give you the second function of the bass, the sub. Listen up. There you go, now we've got that nice, thick, warm undertone of bass there. Now you want to make sure that you don't saturate this with too much distortion, or just go hellbent with all your volume, because otherwise it'll drown out everything else. That's my goddamn cigarette. And that's not going to do any good to your mix. A nice little trick with the initial bass line is to cut down some of your sub-frequencies so it's got more room to move in that higher end without worrying about it getting too muddied with the sub bass. Then you bring down the bass lower. Bon appetit. Let's move on. So we got a nice little melody going, granted. But there's not much complexity to it. Not a lot of depth, you know what I'm saying? We need something that's really gonna pull heartstrings. That's where a polysynth comes in. So now we've contextualized the bass line, so we know where it's coming in. But we're not done yet. We still need a lead line. It's gonna be your usual suspect. Something sounding like it was from the 80s, with a lot of high end, a lot of distortion, or at least a very high cutoff filter ratio. You can hear I've got a good bit of portamento in there. Gives you that nice melancholic sound there, so it's leading from one part of the song to the next. So, I hope you've learned something here today, rookie. I hope you've learned that it takes a little bit more than a John Carpenter fan club membership and a copy of Drive on DVD to make some Darksynth. I'm Lieutenant Dan McCabe, signing off.
Thanks so much for watching that, guys. I know that was a bit ridiculous, but I hope you appreciated it. Please do check out that new track, Draw Hard. I think it's some of the better work that I've done. But yeah, as always, peace out. Talk soon.